Hey there, and welcome to another Kidlit Lunch Critique. So today we have a new story by Julia Rauschman. Thanks, Julia, for sharing your story. So let's read it. Let's see what we have to read. Like all green anoles, Gary craved adventure. He explored anywhere his curiosity took him, except the big yellow house, where two giants lived. All of Gary's neighbors said scary things happened if you went inside the yellow house. You'll get swatted if you go inside, Bumblebee buzzed, but Gary had to check it out for himself. Early one morning, Gary snuck onto the back porch. He barely got his tail in before the screen door slammed shut. He bobbed on a swing, hopped from plant to plant, then kerthump, fell to a ledge. Nothing scary in there, just some vines and a funny-looking log, Gary thought. Shoo! Screamed the yellow-haired giant. Gary scurried off the ledge and giggled. That wasn't scary. Later that day, while perched on his favorite downspout, Gary saw a big cave. Gary scampered inside and onto the front of a huge hollow tree trunk with round feet. The two giants appeared and got inside. The tree trunk moved. Gary clung with his sticky feet. Yikes! Screamed the giants. Swiping sticks came from nowhere and knocked Gary onto the downspout. The tree trunk kept moving. Thud! The cave closed. Phew, that was a little scary, but fun, grinned Gary. He explored the pond for the rest of the day. Okay, I want to stop there because I think this is super, super fun. Love all of the writing. I think you've really come a long way with your writing, Julia. So I think that's awesome. Real quick, Gary is, he's a Noli. I don't know what that is, and I don't know that a kid's gonna know what that is or a parent. So let's look it up. What is an Anole? Did I spell it wrong? Anole. It's a reptile. Could we call it a lizard? Tree-dwelling species, Anole lizard. Maybe we could put in the word lizard there because I was kind of confused. You said sticky feet and downspout, so I was thinking maybe a spider. And then, his tail almost got stuck, so I was like, it's a dog. So Gary the green Anole lizard craved adventure is more clear. We're going to know immediately he's a lizard. You're still going to teach us that word, the Anole. But yeah, giving him the lizard. And maybe instead of Gary, you could name him something that's an L. So it goes with lizard and you have that alliteration. That might be more clear because that's going to clear up your character. It's not going to keep your reader from getting invested in the story because they're just going to know immediately. And so having that clarity is more important than being cute or cheeky. So I would do that. And I would just, instead of making this two separate sentences, I would just make it one. Gary, the green Anole lizard, loved exploring anywhere his curiosity took him, except the big yellow house. Two giants lived there. And you're putting in a lot of tension. So the part of the story that I really want you to work on is not killing your tension. So you started out with the two giants lived there, which is great. You're like getting us on the edge of our seat. Kerthump, he fell to a ledge. We are like on the edge. And then you kill it with the, nothing scary in here. Like, I would rather go right into the giant's shoes, screamed the yellow-haired giant. Gary scurried off the ledge. That was close. Keep that tension going. Don't kill it. Keep your reader going. Keep them going forward. That's going to be the key here. And then try to make sure that your words choices are very, very clear in what you're choosing. Like make sure your verbs are really, really high because especially like agents and editors, we really don't read the art notes. We will go back and read the art notes if we need for clarification, but your story should read very smoothly, very clear as it's going. And a lot of times I would challenge you just to not put it in the illustrator notes unless it's needed. And like you can have a lot of fun with the giants. You don't have to tell us right away that they're people in the art note. You can mention it. That's totally fine. And you wouldn't describe them. Just say like art note giants are people. That's fine. You don't need to tell us how to draw them. But all of Gary's neighbors, like, can you make this more specific to his world? He's a lizard, so where are we? Where are we located? Just being more specific with your word choices. Don't spend a lot of time adding in a bunch of words. It's about changing out words to be a more specific word choice. So what could you say instead of neighbors? Because neighbors makes you think of humans. What would be a lizardy neighbor word that you could use? And getting more specific with your word choices and making sure that it's clear and you're keeping that tension going. That's going to be the best way to improve the story and make it better, because it's already in a really good shape. It just needs to be punched up a bit. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope that you guys got a lot of that. Can't wait to read your next version, Julie. I think this is your best draft yet. Awesome. Well, if you guys would like a critique as well, just go and fill out the form in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.